There's some good music on Views.
There's some good music.
There's some good music on Views.
Is it a good album though?
It's a good album.
It's not.
It's a good album.
I'm sorry.
It's a good album. It's a good- All right. Hey guys, welcome to Unwind Listening with your host Saturday. And
First episode, man.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
This is first
I am,
episode.
though.
I think
I'm excited.
we're gonna figure this out. Every day is a challenge.
Yeah, but I've been wanting to do this for a long time though. Talk about music.
Very true. We started and tried a couple times to record this one episode. So let's see how this goes, honestly. And yeah, I guess we're gonna.
But how do you feel though?
Music.
But what's your story in music though? What's your story?
Story music is really like I'm a nerd. Like I'm
Yeah, me too.
I'm an art nerd.
Bruh.
I like people who make things. I like people
Too
who
much.
build stuff, right?
Yeah, I get it.
So I think like music for me is like I remember being in the cars as my parents, African parents go play music of like any variety.
Yeah.
You don't even know where certain sounds come from, what area certain sounds come from. I don't even know whose music this is entirely, but I'm like, I like this. And then as I got older, I think like the first song I actively searched out was Soulja Boy Marco Polo,
Okay.
featuring Bow Wow. Now, if you don't know this song right here, it is a very pivotal song in hip hop.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's a Soulja Boy using all his internet powers to get the young stars of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And today that's like the generic formula, but when he did it, it was innovation.
Yeah, I get it.
It was innovation at the time. And honestly, who does love Soulja Boy? I love Soulja Boy. That's my guy. Like he's crazy now, but I fuck with him.
Music for me, it's all about memories that comes with it.
Yeah.
Every time. Every music that I listen growing up with my mom, especially my mom. And to this day, I listen to it every day because there's a memory attached to it. And every new music that I listen to, it became a memory for something. Like my favorite year, for example, right? But before we go into details, I'm gonna start with you though.
All right.
What is your favorite year that you had with music by yourself, not with your parents or whatsoever, by yourself?
So yeah, for myself, for my mon existence, ma vie.
True Montreal right here.
True Montreal. We have to do bilingual politics. Come on, man. But yeah, I think the year defined music for me as a young lad.
Yeah, okay.
And I have to be cliche about it. I have to pick 2017, mostly for capitalistic purposes.
2017?
2016, my fault. For capitalistic purposes. Because that's when all the money in music really came in for the last decade.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's broke, and you can tell by the
Yeah.
rollouts, okay? There was
They
no
are
more
broke.
rollouts. 2016, there was rollouts.
It was a lot. That's true.
There was blockbuster events.
It's true.
Things were shifting. Everything that dropped, you were like, damn, he dropped. Everything was a moment. So I'm picking 2016 as the year that defined the biggest year in music for me personally. Now there's other options, obviously, like 2018 is a good year.
Yeah, that's true. It went
2020
good.
was cool.
It was good, yeah.
Last year was a pretty good year as well.
2019 was good as well, I remember.
It's a great year.
Yeah, it was. But
What about you? What was that year that you think defined?
you almost stole it, though.
What was it? That's it.
You almost stole it, though. Yeah, 2017 for me was my
2017.
favorite year ever.
It's a good year. That's why I was like,
Hey, look. I'm just saying. This album, I was in high school. I think I was Sec 4. And it was me and my best friend back in high school. We were just going crazy with that year.
okay.
Especially because, there was the rise of the Migos.
Very, very
Culture
important.
One happened.
Very, very important album.
Hey.
Listen, if you like ad-libs and
Hey, that was
triplet
a
hi-hats.
I remember, bro. Me and my best friend back in the day, we do homework in class, and the teacher let us listen to music, right?
Yeah.
So each one had an earpod, and we were just crying, laughing at this album, because every ad-lib that the Migos did on that album sounded like a bird, or the ad-lib was just out of this world because it's Migos.
Yeah.
And we were just crying, laughing in the class.
Just like
every
to say,
time.
The Migos ad-libs are very scientific. It's
So
not.
Migos for me was an important album. Till this day, I still listen to it and brings back all those memories, like I said when we started, right? But also, Kendrick, the Damn album.
Yo, we gotta talk about Kendrick.
People were Kendrick. I know it's a big topic right now, but at the time, even though
Oh no, that album right
in
there.
2017,
that's a special album. Very
Damn
special
happened,
album.
and the hard part 4 before happened, where he was dissing Big Sean and Drake back in the day. Still,
Good times, man. Good
was,
times.
hey, we
Where
were
you
hyped.
could diss Drake and Big Sean and it wouldn't be a thing?
I was afraid though because he dropped Humble, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Because I liked Humble,
Yeah.
but it didn't sound like the Kendrick I love.
It wasn't Good Kid, Mad City at all.
Yeah, but he just came back from T-Pab.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
in
true.
2015.
Like he was Mr. Funk Jazz Man.
Yeah, then
and
I heard
you
Humble.
got
I was like, "Oh
Humble,
my god!"
aggressive
and then,
trap.
And then this Mike Will made it and everything. I was like, "Oh, okay," but at the end of the day, the album came in. It sounded great. I had fun with it, but I must say, as Kendrick is beloved by everybody, it wasn't the best album I've dropped that year.
And I have to agree. Though I love Damn, I think Damn is as a body work, it's cool. I think the I Can Play This album reverse is a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a gimmick.
Wow, yeah.
I could give that to another album from Drake and it works better. Honestly, it's like so I'm like, okay, play it reverse, cool. But
But what's your album for 2016 though?
I'm as the kids would say, I'm a hipster.
Okay.
You know, I'm a hipster with it. So my album 2016 is technically not even an album. It's might as well be a mixtape. But it's what Frank Ocean used to scam Def Jam, which is the Endless Project.
Okay.
I remember being there and watching Frank Ocean build a staircase. So like he was building a staircase.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was is it for like a day or if it was a week?
Yeah.
Either or.
forgot.
He was building a staircase in black and white, and we just had random sounds playing in the background. And I'm just like, okay,
But
cool.
it sounded great though.
And I was like, this is beautiful. And
Endless
artsy.
sounded amazing.
And as a young artsy kid, I was like, damn, he's so next level.
Yeah,
Oh my
I get
God.
you. I get
But
you.
then when it actually dropped for real, when I got the music, I can't lie, I was blown away.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I enjoyed that project way more than Blonde.
Yeah.
And I think I still kind of do, right?
Okay.
But when I heard Endless, Rushes 2, UNITY,
At your best.
at your best. Oh
The
my
cover-
God.
the
At your
cover-
best.
the cover was incredible.
Let's talk about At Your Best.
The cover
right?
was incredible.
Again, it's a cover, but we all know Aaliyah. We all know that's also a song. I think it's the Isley Brothers that made that song first as well. But hearing Frank Ocean croon in a falsetto with that heavy reverb,
Yeah, that was
crazy. That album right there, 2016. And everybody stole that concept for that cover.
That's true.
The production style followed through for years to come.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with that album right there. It's a defining album for me in 2016.
Well, for me, 2017, the defining album was the coming out party of Daniel Caesar.
oh yeah,
Fruity and Happen.
we're very big R&B heads, so I can tell right now. We
I
found R&B
am
albums.
more an R&B guy than I am a hip hop guy. I can say that now.
With age,
Yeah,
I like a nice R&B album in the
But
sunset.
Fruity was a moment, bro. He dropped Get You. I was like, oh, brother.
Ooh,
Get You
ooh.
happened as a single. The album came in. Kali Uchis was there. It was great. But then the album was there. And then, best part. We Find Love.
Best part.
Blessed.
Best part. Oh, now a wedding staple. You can't get married without playing best
every
part.
Wedding has best part now.
Right?
Shout out Daniel Caesar. Hey,
My
that was
mom
that.
did that. He did that.
It was the moment also when for me, Brent Fires was good with Song to Song.
Oh man, listen.
Brent Fires was good at the
Back when
time.
Brent Fires could sing.
Yeah, he could sing at this album.
What?
Nowadays, I'm not so sure anymore.
Listen, man, as I'm a big Brent Fayez fan.
Yeah.
But I also would love to say that if you could just not do a run and just sing the song, as for me, I won't get mad at you. I won't blame
I
you.
get you.
Please sing the song the way it's meant to be sung.
I get you,
I don't
I get
need
you.
5 runs to do a hook.
I get you. Even that though, for me, was that year where I became a fan of Tyler because I didn't like Tyler the Creator before.
Oh, for real?
I didn't like Cherry Bomb. I wasn't a fan of him. I liked it. I get the idea of it. I get what he did. And I respected it, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
Okay.
Until Flower Boy. Flower Boy came in. I was like, okay, now I get it. Like,
You get it? You got it?
I get the
Did
the
you
idea
go
why.
back and revisit it?
I did. I liked it better than
Yeah.
I used to.
Because Wolf is amazing.
Yeah, it was great. But Tyler, he started his big run with this album.
Yeah, that's when the real
The big run of
I'm
Tyler.
better than J. Cole run started.
Yeah, exactly. Great. That's what it is, right? And the album happened. It was a moment
Yeah.
for me. Control, SZA happened.
Whew.
SZA happened with Control. Hey,
I felt like
Let's talk about
it.
SZA.
Insecure girl.
You could say that was also the coming up party of SZA.
Oh, that's for sure.
Control happened. Oh my God, she became a megastar after this.
Yeah, I think it's right out of control. Then we're like, oh my god,
God,
who is
yeah.
SZA? Was even though like Z is a great mixtape, great project, also one of my favorite Kendrick features, honestly, because you know the great performance. But Control, I too felt like an insecure teenage girl. You know, I too was worried about the boys liking me.
She had
Feel
song
me?
for it, bro. She
was going through it. I didn't even know why.
A lot. Hey, that's insane. I can lie to you.
That was crazy.
But there was also what it is. It was Mike Ayers that dropped that year with Drive Slow.
Yeah.
I was in love with it. We have to talk about it though. Jay-Z 444. It was a moment.
2017.
2017, bro.
You know what?
It was a moment. 2017,
Again,
bro.
I think that's a great Jay-Z album.
It was a moment though. It was a moment.
It was a moment because he really was like, "Yo, Kanye, like I thought we were friends."
Yeah, but then also, he apologized to Beyonce for everything in that as well. It was very
you can't
vulnerable.
cheat on
Jay-Z.
Beyonce to not make an album apologizing. You gotta use a whole album to apologize.
Yeah, that's true. And if you had to say it as well, Brockhampton happened. This whole run, the saturation run.
Brockhampton was a government psyop to convince queer kids to make more music, which was great.
It was great,
but that was the weirdest era because that came and went.
But the sound that they did was never heard that much before, and that
give or take.
Yeah. But the way they did it got really popular.
Yeah, but it's like for me, it's kind of like seeing Brockhampton is. It's all Tyler's kids.
I get it.
It's Tyler's kids who love Frank Ocean too.
I get it.
And
yeah.
they made a sound.
That's
so
true.
it's like very hip hop.
I get you.
R&B, like major 7 chords. Like cool, but
yeah, I got you.
It's the fact that they were a group made it bigger than what you felt it was. But I do think they had great projects. Like
I got you.
Like I think it's a song. Is it the song Ginger?
Yeah,
Ginger. Mwah, Chef's Kiss. Good
there was
music.
that. Wait, I mean, you could talk about Drake's More Life that happened that year.
Actually, I would like to say I really like More Life because it's a mixtape. But
a mixtape. It was a playlist.
It's a playlist. He said, "I'm not even calling the album a playlist." That was the beginning of people faking what the album was.
It was a playlist.
But actually, no. 2016 is the real album fake out.
What do you mean?
With my boy Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper, before he loved his wife.
Coloring Book.
Had an album called Coloring Book.
But
and if you don't know Coloring Book,
right? That was a mixtape.
Coloring Book is the first mixtape to go on streaming.
That's true.
With a major label budget.
That's true.
Supported by UMG. It's cool.
It's a cool album.
It served its purpose at the time. I don't think like it
does hold a lot of memories for me.
Yeah, there's good memories, but I don't revisit it as much as I would revisit it like acid rap.
Yeah.
But Coloring Book, it served its purpose. It was the first mixtape. It wasn't a mixtape, nigga. That was an album.
But
look me in my eyes right now. Coloring Book is an album, and he lied. He lied. You have a Lil Wayne feature. You lied.
Look, what I can say, I will give some of my albums that I like from 2016 that you haven't said for now, and you give me albums from my year that you like, right?
I still got 26 albums I gotta talk about though.
Hey, bro, I got an album from 2016. Anderson .Paak, Malibu.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Right here, right there.
That's quality right here.
That right there. Live drums, live instrumentation, great arrangements.
It's quality,
just showing depth of an artist. Also, Anderson .Paak raps a lot better than a lot of you niggas.
That's true.
Anderson .Paak is a great rapper.
Great rapper.
And I think he's undervalued in that skill set.
That's true. But what do you have an album for me? From my year that I forgot? Maybe?
2017.
Maybe?
Let me check, man. Hold on.
Because you're missing something. I'm giving you a chance right now, bro.
Hold on. I gotta do research. You know,
I'm
we don't
giving
do
you a
research
chance, bro. You gotta
album.
know. We're a music podcast, bro. We have to know, bro.
Oh, 2017 albums that I really appreciate. Big Fish Theory by Vince Staples.
That's true.
Experimental.
That's true.
Very deep in debt. Yep. Has a Sophie produced song. Shout out to Sophie, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Amazing project right there. Also, Thundercat Drunk 2017.
That was great.
We didn't talk about that yet, but that project right there.
That was great. Hey,
what?
He had a John McDonald feature on it.
Come on,
brother. I think it's John McDonald. Yeah, John McDonald. I think.
Yeah.
But brother, that guy was singing. Thundercat, I love him.
Yeah, I think I saw him last year at Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
Great. Oh my god, it made me love the album even more.
Yeah. Well, look, Thundercat is that dude, man. I could say for you for your year, I think you should talk about the album that was a cheat code for everybody, Mr. Bruno Mars, 24K Magic.
I would like to say Bruno Mars makes too much money off music. It's actually ridiculous because it's like what, a 9-track album with like
almost every song is a certified banger.
7 hits?
Yeah.
Give or take?
Give or take, yeah.
and the two others could be classified as hits for any other artist in the world except Drake and Taylor Swift and The Weeknd.
He's a cheat code, that dude.
What? He was like, I'm just gonna make the best album for sales ever and still make quality music. And I think it's really hard to achieve. I think a lot of times right now we get a lot of good albums that are very serious in depth, but they don't really show there isn't that crossover appeal that Bruno Mars is able to bring. Where I think that's what I perceive right now in 2025, where there's a lot of good music, but there isn't that like catchy like hook that gives album longevity. Like, not to use the word replay value, because replay value is overused, but that's the term. The term is really just music that people are able to, I guess, like identify with and be able to just like play anywhere. There's not that much versatile music
think
out
about
right
it, though.
now.
It's going to be almost 10 years since it's a solo album from Bruno Mars. 10 years.
Because he made all the money already.
He made all the money already.
No more money to make.
He got more with Sex Sonic and everything, but
it did. That's a glitch. That was a money cheat code.
Oh
He's
my
really
God, this
like,
guy, bro. This guy. But hey, look, if I go back to I could say maybe my favorite Halloween album that dropped.
What?
Without Warning. Metro Boomin, Offset, 21 Savage.
That's 2017?
2017.
That's a great album.
Bruh.
That's a great album.
I hated 21 Savage before the album.
You were hating. Bro.
I hated 21 Savage before the album, bro. I can't lie to you. Before that album, I was like, get it out of the way. I don't like that dude. But that album happened, and with the power of like, I don't know what happened for Halloween
The power
season.
of friendship, bro.
Yeah, if you want to.
They just love being studio together.
That
Like,
album, my God, some hits. Ric Flair Drip happened with this on the album. You know what's big for Offset?
come on, Offset. Shout out to Offset. I know you're going through a lot right now. Like, your girl's having the time of her life with Stephon Diggs.
Hey,
but
look,
listen, you did a good. Go find Metro Boomin.
It is what it is. But if I could say some underrated album from that year, that was my top 2 album of that 2017 year, was Rhapsody, Little's Wisdom.
Great project.
Which, brother, she was incredible on that album. And my favorite album of that year is Big Crit, Forever is a Mighty Long Time.
Great album as well.
That was, I think, the first double album that I've ever heard in my life that he didn't miss on it. Because it's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, no one does double.
No one does double
Jay-Z
album
did
well.
a great job. I like Jay's double album. Stevie Wonder did a double album, and that's a classic.
That's a classic. Yeah, but in terms of hip hop,
But
though,
no one can do it. It's hard.
in terms of a hip hop album,
Yeah, like
a
even
double
Biggie,
album hip hop,
I
it's
like
hard
Biggie's
to do it,
double album, but it's so there's some parts where I'm like, you did not to be that freaky on that skit.
I will encourage you people to listen to that album from Big Crit because it's, for me, it's a modern classic. You could say that, and there's Division with Morning After when they were still good.
Hey, wait! They just got signed to Jermaine Dupri.
I hope they're going to be better because, oh my God, last couple of years, the Division was not good.
I do appreciate the last project. The last effort had some good songs on it.
Yeah,
it wasn't
you
as
can
good
say that.
as the initial release of Division.
You can say
but
that. Yeah.
I do agree. Like, I want them to do a little bit better.
Yeah.
But back to 2016, the year I call the money year, the last big money year.
Go ahead.
That year we got Adele. You know, and Adele is again, not to be the capitalist.
Was it like when she came back from a longer hiatus?
Yeah, but every
right?
album's a long hiatus.
I know, but
So
that's true. But she came out with Hello, right, as a single.
Yes,
and Hello was
Hello was the biggest single.
Oh my God,
that
Hello.
year until what was it? The Hill. Actually, no, the biggest single that year until Hello was The Hills by The Weeknd.
Yep.
Amazing song, by the way, amazing album. And so we get The Hills as the top one song, and then we get Hotline Bling from Views. And I know everybody has different views about Views.
I hate that
I think Views is a good, consistent album. Is it a classic? No, but there's good music on that project. And there's some good music on Views.
There's some good music.
There's some good music on Views.
Is it a good album though?
It's a good album.
It's not.
It's a good album.
I'm sorry.
It's a good album.
No,
come on.
Drake lost me after this.
You like Redemption? You don't like Redemption?
Oh hell no!
Oh my God!
No. Redemption is good.
Redemption is good. Oh,
with
come
you,
on.
I hated it. No, not with you. The one with Party Next Door.
Since Way Back?
No, on Views.
It's Since Way Back.
Maybe I forgot.
Let me
It's so
check.
bad I forgot about it. See how it
This
is?
man does not like Views.
Oh, I don't like
the
Views.
track list.
I could say I was bamboozled by the album because that intro, holy crap!
Yeah,
it was an amazing intro.
Big budget. Like, that's a big budget album. That's like a Marvel
But Drake
movie
lost me
album.
after Views. I was done with him.
I do. Okay, so there are a couple of songs where I'm like, okay, like I didn't need Grammys.
Grammys was not
But
good.
One Dance.
I mean, that was
One Dance.
That was the moment. It was a moment. I'll give you that.
Child's Play.
That's a horrible song.
That's a good song.
That's a horrible
You're
song.
hating.
If you have to explain that song to someone else, you're going to say, what the hell is this?
Child's Play?
Yeah.
Yo, it's a great song.
Cheesecake Factory?
You ever argued at Cheesecake Factory?
Brother, he's a grown-ass man.
Exactly.
Relax.
Argue at a restaurant. I've been there. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been there. Not fun.
Okay.
Not fun.
Okay.
So when I heard that song, I was like, yeah, man, I feel you.
I get you.
Like as I got older, I appreciated the views more.
Yeah.
Because I started relating to what he was going through. When I was 16, I didn't get it.
I don't, bro.
After 20, I'm like, I see
that
it.
year. I'm sorry. Drake lost me that year. And he lost me ever since.
I think that year also gave us, if I'm not mistaken.
But you know what? If you're talking about Drake and views, that year, 2016, made me separate an artist from Drake that was a lot compared to Drake.
The Weeknd?
Nope. Childish Gambino.
Oh my God. Let's talk about Awaken My Love.
Awaken My Love happened, right?
Awaken My Love. First single off that song, Me and Your Mama.
Brother.
And I knew about Me and Your Mama for I think a year and a half before because he had played it at Bonnaroo Festival.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, he's never going to drop this song. It's just too left field. He likes rapping too much.
Nah, bro.
And then that day I hear it drop on YouTube. I think it dropped on YouTube before streaming. Because that was back when like streaming was iffy. And it dropped, and I was like, no way he dropped this song. And it blew me away.
Yep.
As a young, nerdy music kid, I was like, you could do this?
Yeah, I thought, but at first, I thought it was just like a
one-off.
A Lucy.
And then we get
And then he dropped
the
Redbone.
smash.
He dropped Redbone.
Redbone, produced by Ludwig Göransson,
Shout out
who
Bootsy
also
Collins.
did the, and shout out Bootsy Collins. It's
Shout out Bootsy
like an
Collins.
interpolation, but not a sample, even though it's low-key a sample, but
We all know it's
produced
Bootsy
by
Collins.
Ludwig Göransson, who did the Black Panther soundtrack,
Ludwig is on the run
as
now.
well as Sinner's soundtrack recently as well. And I think he did some other big movie.
Yep. But that's what made me. That's what because there was a lot of conversation about Drake and Childish Gambino
Oh
at the
yeah,
time.
there was a comparison,
But nah, Drake can't do that.
It
I'm
deviated.
sorry, Drake can't do what Childish Gambino did.
Because what he was doing on Redbone and Me and Your Mama,
I mean, the whole album. Terrified, Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
Oh, Boogeyman.
Okay, that's not Boogeyman is a very hard song to do for any artist.
Yep.
And to see someone who worked on SNL and who wrote for 30s Rock make Boogeyman in 2016 when that wasn't the sound of the day. Like the sound of that era was more like R&B, trap, soul, or this like very alternative R&B, right? Kind of like our guy here's Black, who everybody calls Six Lack. I'll call him Six Lack. I don't care. Like
It's Black.
Listen, it's not Black. You could have put a B. You could have put a B. But this album right here, great project.
It was.
I remember.
Hey, Problems.
I remember the beat for Problems on SoundCloud actually. Because I followed the producer.
Was a problem.
I followed the producer. I heard the beat before he took the beat.
That beat
I was like, ooh, I want to make a beat like this. And then I heard Problems drop, and I was like, wow.
Problems was a problem.
Problem was a very big problem.
Yeah,
Let me look at the track listing. Let's take this.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about Problems. Let's talk about MTFU. X Calling. Alone.
Every song, bro.
Every
song.
Again, a classic. Not for
song
nothing.
was
It's a classic. I'm not
every song
arguing
was
about with you
something.
guys.
Every song was
This is a good album.
But it's true. I get you.
Oh, and again, let me go back to Frank Ocean because over here we love Frank Ocean and we appreciate Frank Ocean.
Yeah, but where is he?
And all his sons, Kamari,
Come on. Jay Wild. It's over.
And Choker. Yes,
Hey,
we
there's a
love
lot
you
of
guys
it,
too.
yeah.
But one of the biggest albums of 2016, the album that again is another money glitch. 2016 is the album with money glitches because every time Frank Ocean needs to pay his rent, he drops vinyls for the album Blonde. Where were you?
Hey, I got it though.
Where were you when Frank Ocean used Beyonce as a background vocal?
I think it was next year. I was 2017 actually because I was re-listening to it, and I was just so in love with that album.
Yeah.
Especially Pink Most White. It's.
Yeah.
But I was like, who the hell is the lady singing in the
background. You're like, man, these vocals are tight, huh?
Who is this? Because first of all, it's a Pharrell beat.
Facts. Let's
And I
talk
was
about
like, what the hell?
Pharrell's hip R&B bag. Sometimes is better than his rap bag, and in that
Because
era too. Because 2016 Pharrell beats were terrible.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna
but
lie.
that song was incredible. I was like, where the hell did that come
Pharrell,
from?
you can make R&B. This is beautiful.
But yeah, then I heard it was Beyonce. I was like, oh.
And then you were like, oh yeah, Beyonce. She does it. She does this.
Yeah.
She does this.
Shout out Beyonce when she wants to be.
And then just even more, another song on that project, Solo.
Hey, I
Both versions.
But I mean, yeah, that's the second version is Andre.
Yeah.
3K, but Solo, the first one, I could say it is the first song I literally cried to. Literally.
I'm
I could
not
say
gonna
it.
lie.
I don't care.
Pretty Sweet had me in my feelings as well. I just love the alternative, like I guess the rock element to it.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think the best part, the thing that I remember the most of the album is Facebook Story.
Okay.
That interlude, because
Wasn't it Young Lean or somebody there?
yeah, I think it was Young Lean.
Yeah, right.
And he was talking about how this girl wanted him to accept her on Facebook. He was like, I don't want to accept you on Facebook because I'm with you in real life.
Yep.
And I think that kind of like represents the whole album, right? Like it really it's the idea of wanting to connect with people on a bigger way, in a more direct way.
Yep.
And that's the reason why people still love going to this album over and over again.
Yeah, sure.
Like this album has no real promo.
Yep.
People just love this album, and I love it too. Like 2016. But
look,
I cried to Future with Free. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna shout out last couple albums though. Future back-to-back run.
Oh
Future
my
and
God.
Hendrix. A lot of
My R&B king.
that was him that dropped that year.
I think I was talking to one of my homegirls on Twitter one day, and we said that Future is a blues artist. He's not R&B artist, he's not hip hop artist, he's a blues artist. He talks about the same things.
Yeah, I have to shout out him.
He is sad because he wants to show love to this woman, but he does not know how to show love to her because he's drowning in his own wealth and his inability to connect with the people around him. However, which makes him cheat and be unfaithful. So he tries to save it by spending money on these same women that he is doing bad, who then do him bad. It's a vicious blues cycle. He signed the deal with the devil.
Hey, shout out
Which
Future,
is
bro.
activist.
Shout out Future. That was
He just
him.
wants to be loved.
Hey, look, that was Future.
But he has too much money.
Yeah, that's Future, bro. And I have to shout out her. Her full mixtape dropped that year.
Oh my God, the Her project, yeah.
I've heard there was JID, his first album out of Dreamville.
Breakout year.
Breakout year again. What else?
Who else
I have
2016,
Stormzy. This
Oh, man,
Stormzy,
my Ghanaian king.
Stormzy dropped his album. I remember that year. It was great. And yeah, man, look, there was a lot of great albums that year of 2017.
I just want to also talk about our local legend here. Kirshana dropped 99.9%.
That's true.
Which, again, amazing album. Kind of redefined. Shit, this thing's going on outside. I don't know, man. But yeah, 99.9%. Amazing project. And it really, it showed that there's really good talent in Montreal.
Yeah.
It just showed
shout out
that.
Kirshana, bro.
You know, people didn't really know he's from Montreal. People still know he's from Montreal, by the way.
Yeah, bro.
But amazing project nonetheless.
Hey, I think we
covered 2016, 2017 as best.
there's a lot of other albums too to play though, but hey, 2017 for me was my year. Shout out to that year. I love it, bro.
I'm still going with 2016 because there's so many memories, there's so much fun times with that year. But I do concede that 2017, I think 2016 had the better hit singles and better song moments.
Well, 2017 has the album though.
2017 has the better body of work.
Yeah, body of work.
But they were funded by 2016 singles.
Yeah, bro. So
And
that'll be it.
that'll be it for-
what's your favorite year, as you can say.
And what's your favorite album from those years?
Exactly.
This is
Welcome to Unwind Listening.
And yeah, I
We'll
think
see you
that's
soon.
it. Yeah. Bye,
Peace
guys. Yeah.
Oh, farted outside. Holy crap.
Yo, that's what I was gonna say. That should distract me. This was like first.
Somebody farted outside.
One